Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, hey, 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 hey. Hello, foodie booties. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, this is Poe, and Judy sends her warmest, loving regards from the couch. And welcome back to our channel! Okay, so I have been very blessed and lucky that my boss over at the Amberlynn Reed Reaction Factory has taken a few days off. She even gave me the day off yesterday. I was having a very bad day. Involves potentially my darling partner Noel maybe throwing away our wristbands for Lollapalooza. So after that happened, or after I discovered that it happened yesterday morning, I was just having the worst time of my life. And I just couldn't recover. I was not having a good day. I had an issue with the bus later on that day too, and I did a workout. I got through the workout, but the whole workout I was pissed as fuck, and I said, I'm not streaming, I'm not uploading a video, I'm not doing shit. And it's probably for the best, because y'all deserve a Zachary Michael who is not pissed off at the world. But I am happy that I got a little side hustle today at the Foodie Booty Flobby Bobby Big Beautiful Me Chantal Marie Chantal Show, The Daily Chantal, Chantal Al Rafe, Chantal period. Yes, the old Foodie Booty Reaction Channel Factory situation type of deal has employed me for one day. And it's like my once a month, once every couple months. Actually, it's been more recent that I have actually reacted to Chantal, but I needed to come and have a conversation. So today is going to be in two parts. One, I'm going to talk about this crazy live stream that she did that I happened to catch some of while it was live. And then the second thing I'm going to do is react to the most recent mukbang that is on her channel. Although I have to be honest with you all, I don't know how far into it I'm going to make it. It's an Applebee's mukbang. And I did find it interesting. I don't remember who tweeted this. If I can find the tweet, I'll let you know. But I did see somebody tweet, maybe it was Michael B. Petty. Somebody tweeted that it is wild how often Chantal talks about hating the West and not wanting to be in the West, but still is eating up all of our food. Like all of the fast food restaurants from the West that are in Kuwait, she's tried them. So that's the game plan. And as always, I'll leave you some timestamps down below so you can skip to whatever part you want to watch the most. So let me first start with this live stream that Chantal did. I think from time of filming, YouTube says it was 5 days ago that she did this live stream. And the original title of the live stream was Community of Crap. And I clicked on it because I legitimately thought it said Community of CPAP. And I don't think I reacted to it at the time, but one of the most, well, I don't know, I don't want to call it iconic, most memorable moments from when she was in that nutso relationship with Nader, aka Coca-Cola Man, was when she like drove to his home and demanded that he give her her CPAP back. And so I thought we were getting some kind of like CPAP rescue mission part 2, and was deeply disappointed when I clicked and it was just more of Chantal being a bigot. In fact, when I clicked on it, she was literally both saying the R word, the R slur, the slur that is for people in the disabled community. She was using that and also defending it and talking about why it's okay to say.
Inbred, Yaba inbred, Hillbilly inbred, Deliverance 101. Fucking read. Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, Stan.
Now I could go in depth about that and why that's wrong and why it's fucked up that she still uses that kind of language and things like that. But I swear to God, I've already done it like twice, maybe 3 times on my channel. I have a whole entire playlist dedicated to all the examples of her being mean on her channel that I've covered during my time of covering Chantal Marie. She also was going on and on and on and on about how like, you just can't say anything. It's so hard to be on the internet because you just can't say anything without people trying to cancel you.
I'm tired of people like just like, unless it's like a racist word or something like that, it's stupid. Like, I hate when people always use the term, we're afraid to say any terms now. Everything is a slur. Everything is a bad word. If, for example, everyone uses the term unalive. Like, unalive? You can't say killing anymore? What the hell is wrong with the world? Oh my God.
And the reality is that it's not that hard because, hi, hello, I've managed to be on this platform for a very long time and have not been canceled. And anytime that I've said something that people feel like is problematic, I've always just like said, hey, thanks for letting me know. I'm going to change my language, change my behavior around that, and moved on. In fact, it's really just Chantal that seems to be the one that doesn't understand how this works because she hates when it's done to her, but she had no problem back in the day calling me ableist for reacting to Amberlynn Reid.
This reaction video in particular, for example, that she was reacting to, I found to be very ableist. And ableist is basically, you know, discriminating against somebody who doesn't have, based on their ability to do something, right? Am I describing that right?
Yeah, ableist would be, you know, discrimination against people who have some kind of disability, whether physical or mental or emotional disability.
And this was just a video of her going out for a walk and playing with her dog. And it had to turn into this big ordeal where she was going for a walk and this guy was like, normal people. And number one, I don't know how you can stand this person's voice. But, normal people can go for a walk, girl. And it's like, that's what's ableist. That's fat shaming. So it's acceptable for you to do that. But if that was a video being made about you, a homophobic video, it would be an outrage.
And of course people change and things happen, but you know, she also literally just days ago was like criticizing Muslim women on her channel and saying that there's a certain type of way to be a good Muslim woman. She's made fun of Missy Moo for not being modest enough or like having her boobies out or whatever. So Chantal is very much like rules for thee, not for me kind of girly. And I really only have so much time to go over all of the ways that she continues to be a bigot on the internet. But if you feel like I need to say more, just go look at the playlist and you'll find plenty of examples of me calling her out for that bad behavior. But also another thing that she has actually done consistently over time on her channel is talk about other people's parenting and their abilities to be a parent, and oftentimes also their kids. And I do think that's really interesting because one, like, what does Chantal know about being a parent to human children? She can't even take care of her cats appropriately. And she also isn't anybody else's kid besides her own mom, right? So, like, she's not specifically in this case the child of Yaba or Sam, which were two of the people who react to her, that she was commenting on, that she was giving her opinion on. And honestly, the only people that can say whether those two women are good parents are their own children, right? And it seems very silly to like try to bring that into some like petty YouTube drama, especially when people on the internet are crazy and things like that often escalate to people inappropriately calling like CPS and stuff like that. Not to mention that Sam or Yaba, to my knowledge, for the most part, don't include their children on their YouTube channels at a minimum. But I also, as you know, if you're a long-time watcher, I don't actively watch other reaction channels, but that's my understanding, at least, of like what happens on their channel. So anyways, one of the things specifically Chantal had been saying was that Sam's kid was a stripper. And then people in the chat were like, hey, what the fuck? Why are you talking about other people's kids? That's messed up. And she said, no. I'm just talking about their parenting. I'm just talking about Sam as a parent. I'm not talking about her kid. I'm just talking about how she is as a parent, and she's not a good parent if her kid ends up a stripper. That's when I was like, ooh, she is just too dumb. And earlier in the chat, when she was complaining about how hard it was not to be canceled and how everybody's trying to cancel everybody on the internet, I had tried typing on my main Zachary Michael account because there's been multiple times where she claims she went through her block list and unblocked every single person. And so I thought maybe she really did that. Maybe I was no longer blocked. And so whenever she was saying it's so hard not to be canceled, I was like, oh, let me just type this quick message to her. And I typed in, hey Chantal, just try not being a bigot. It's not that hard. And it didn't go through because like nobody noticed me in the chat. She didn't read my comment. I was like, oh, girly girl is still blocked. Cool, cool, cool. So when she was talking this shit about Sam's child allegedly being a stripper, which I don't even know the validity of that or not. I actually really don't care because I'm pro sex work as long as it's consensual, as long as the person wants to be participating in it, as long as it's something that they want to be doing. It really doesn't bother me, okay? And then we can also get into like, I don't know, some of the hypocrisy of Chantal feeling some type of way about this because, you know, her whole like titties and body is out there on the internet because she had an OnlyFans, which is also okay. People are more than welcome to do that, but it's just a little hypocritical, you know, because like, does that mean Chantal's mom's a bad mom? I don't know. Like, I would say no. I would say that doesn't make Chantal's mom a bad mom, at least that specifically. Like, again, I also can't speak to whether or not Chantal's mom's a good mom or not because I'm not Chantal's mom's child. Does that make sense? So anyways, I jump onto my gaming channel account, which really I should definitely revive for reasons other than like me getting into Chantal's chat and trying to communicate with her. But I was just like, listen, girly. Oh wait, here, I got the actual sound effect. That was me in her chat, okay? And I was like, Miss Ma'am, how are you gonna say you were not out here talking about Sam's kids when you just called Sam's kid a stripper? And she doubled down and was like, well, that's specifically, you know, a reflection of Sam as a parent if her kid had to resort to stripping. And I was like, but you agree you were talking about Sam's kid. And then her response was something along the lines of like, well, I hate these Zachary Michael fans. They shut up or something like, go change your diaper. I don't know. She's always telling me to change my diaper. I think she has some kind of like thing with diapers. I don't know. That's not for me. I'm not here to kink shame anybody, but I think that could be a thing because she's bringing up diapers a whole lot. I don't know what that's about. But anyways, it was shortly after that. I don't know if Chantal did it. I don't even know if she has moderators these days. Maybe Sala. Either way, I got timed out after that. I was no longer allowed to speak. And actually a message popped up saying I was timed out. So I don't know if that means I'm blocked forever or if she just was tired of hearing from me in that moment. But either way, that was the end of my fun. And I actually think I had something else to do that night and I stopped watching. So I'm sure she said some more bullshit after that. Actually, I think somebody tagged me in something on Twitter that suggested that she had some shit to say about me. In fact, I know she did. She told me that I looked like the kid from Beavis and Butthead, the cartoon that always wore the winger shirt. Now, when I was a child, I wasn't allowed to watch Beavis and Butthead, so I had to go look up the reference. I mean, I knew who Beavis and Butthead were, but I wasn't allowed to watch the show. My parents thought that it was inappropriate for me at the age that I was at the time. And I don't know, I'll let you be the judge of it. I'll pop them up. I can see maybe a little bit. I don't know if it's supposed to be an insult or not, but yeah. Here we are. So yeah, that's about all I have to really say about that actual live stream. You know, I'm sure if you're a longtime Foodie Booty watcher, none of that behavior is surprising to you. And if you're brand new, you're probably like, I'm not interested in anymore. I'm good. But if you will, just stick with me just a little bit longer because we're going to react to Chantal's newest video today. So today's video is called Applebee's Queso and Chicken Fajitas Mukbang Yum. And the thumbnail has the ABCC11 gene in the thumbnail. Okay, it says those words. I don't have a clue what the fuck that means, so I'm gonna Google it right now. I'm gonna put my research hat on because I know sometimes people are upset when I'm not researcher of the world. And on that note, let me just say that, like, if you're expecting me to know all the things about Foodie Booty and the newest things in Foodie Booty world and all this, that, the other, I don't. I'm not watching every single one of these videos. I'm not interested in like that, but I do like to check in from time to time, okay? So if you think there's something pertinent I missed, please feel free to let me know. But if you're upset that I missed something, well, you set your expectations too high for this video. Also, I did have a Diet Coke on top of my coffee today, so I'm a little squirrely. So Wikipedia says this gene is responsible for determination of human cerumen type, wet or dry earwax, in the presence of underarm osmidrosis, odor associated with sweat caused by excessive these words are hard. I don't know how to say them. Caused by excessive apocrine secretion and is associated with colostrum secretion. So is this video about her being smelly? Is that what this is about? Is this a Destiny saying Amber Lynn has swamp ass situation type of deal? I don't know. Let's just go find out. I'm curious what we could be talking about. You know, nothing better than to jump into a mukbang that is watching somebody eat and hearing them talk about how they smell. What a vibe. Let's get to, shall we?
Hello, Foodie Booties.
Oh, what is this angle? What is this angle that she's filming at? This video or camera setup is clearly like way up here. It's way up here. Like, I'm looking pretty much directly into my camera, although if I look straight ahead, my eyes probably go a little bit above where the camera lens is at. But she's clearly like filming from up here. Like way up here. This is okay, great. Maybe that's how they've all been and I just haven't been paying attention, but let's go.
Yes. So, what do I do here? Okay, let me set this up. I'll be right back.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean, let's set this up and I'll be right back? You literally just started the video. You couldn't have done that before we got here, bestie? Like, the fuck? Oh. What? Wait, is that directly on the...
is white.
Is that directly on the table? Or does she have something sat down there? Like, is there like a trash bag or something on there? Why did she pour the chips directly onto the table when they had a vessel that was containing them? I don't understand.
Here, the cheddar. The shredded cheddar. So, I was about to scream because I didn't think that they gave me cheese. Okay. And I have lemonade.
Okay.
Bismillah. This is, okay, so I'm really hungry, so I don't want to explain too much. This is...
Girl, this is your fucking job. You can wait 2 seconds and explain what you're about to eat. Isn't that kind of like an important part of a mukbang? I like to know what people are eating when I'm watching them eat.
Queso, chips and dip. Pico de gallo and white queso.
Okay.
Let me dip it. Okay, beauty bite.
Beauty bite! Miss the beauty bite. I'm just like, why are we... Is there a reason we can't have like a tortilla chip? They don't have tortilla chips in Kuwait? I mean, I'm sure it tastes just fine, but you know, if I want a queso, I want to eat that with a good tortilla chip. I'm nitpicking. Like, I'm sure she didn't have any control over that. Oh, that is a nice crunch, though. That is a nice crunch.
That's so good. The chips are real potatoes fried with seasoning. The pico and the cheese.
Girl, I feel like you've eaten like a third of that queso on like 4 chips so far. You still have a plate full down there. Slow down, bestie. That is one thing I struggle with when I have a dip, though. I will be honest. Like, I get so stressed and anxious about making sure I'm equally spreading the dip out for like all of either like the fries or the chip or whatever I'm dipping into the dip. it does give me a lot of anxiety. So maybe I'm projecting on to Miss Foodie Booty right now.
Applebee's has this like special here where it's like you get to choose from their list, but an appetizer, a main, and a drink for $27.
And yet here you are with 2 main courses, bestie girl. Is that not 2? Or wait, what is this over here? What's on the left side of the screen? Because to me, that's giving some kind of like burrito, and then but maybe it's all one thing. This does have fajitas in the title. So maybe that's like the tortillas for the fajitas. Okay, work, I guess. Work. This definitely also feels like it could be a meal for 2, just to be honest. Girl, I hope you washed that.
Pretty good deal.
I also am just like, I mean, I don't know. This is also, let me just stop. I was literally about to be like, girl, how old are you? You can't eat this dip, these chips and dip without getting any on yourself. But I'm just literally thinking about how the other day I was at a barbecue with some salsa, some chips and salsa, and I definitely spilled on myself. So you know what? Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Been there. Relatable, actually. Relatable content for what, Chantal?
So I learned something.
Oh, yeah? There is so much dead silence and just her crunching on chips. She said that she learned something like literally 5 minutes ago. That's not literally 5 minutes ago. It feels like it's been 5 minutes. Just say it. Spit it out.
I'm a rare species.
You're unique, all right.
For a couple of reasons. One, I know it's not because I'm fat, because that's actually not that rare.
I mean, yeah, you're not unique in that way, I guess. But you're unique in plenty of other ways, for sure.
I have a rare gene. I'm missing a gene.
Okay.
The ABCC11.
Okay. That would be the gene that I looked up, the gene that I found out, or like prior to this, that's what was in the thumbnail. I also just want to say, it's gonna seem a lot quicker to y'all, but I know already while I'm filming this that future Zach will be editing out all the dead air and dead space that's just like her saying nothing. So hopefully this will be a much quicker video for you than how much time I spend actually filming it. But also, what does this do? Please tell me. I would like to know. And also, how did you find out? Is the other thing. Because to my knowledge, I don't feel like you have been to a doctor in a while. So, like, how did you all of a sudden discover this?
This gene is responsible for armpit smell.
Okay.
And 2% of the population, I think that gene is dormant in them.
Okay. So does that mean that it makes you extra smelly, or does it mean you don't smell at all? Also, Miss Ma'am, yes, thank you for getting that queso off of your lip. Jesus.
Also, if you have green eyes, only 2% of the world's population also have green eyes.
Okay.
The most common is brown.
Girl, what the fuck does that have to do with the price of tea in China? I don't understand. I don't get it. I'm very confused at what's going on here. What does that have to do with your smelly, or maybe not smelly, but I'm guessing maybe smelly armpits? I don't understand.
Sorry, I can't see and my hijab keeps malfunctioning. But I think my eyes are hazel.
I don't give a shit. Also, you're gonna get full on these fucking chips. You haven't even touched your entree. Also, what Netflix documentary do you think she watched that talked about this gene and eye color and shit like that? Because, like, where is this coming from?
Around my pupil, it's like brownish gold color.
I don't care.
So.
I don't care.
I think all eye colors are nice.
She's like scraping the bottom of this queso bowl for the queso, and she still has like, I would say 75% of the chips that she started with. Yeah, she did not conserve that queso. She was not spreading it evenly amongst all the chips. It stresses me out. I'm stressed. I'm pressed.
First world problem. Too many chips, not enough dip.
Has nothing. I mean, I'm sure they gave you a little bit more chips than needed, than necessary, than there was dip. But girl, you did not try at all. You had a shit ton of queso on each and every chip you picked up. You were shoveling it in. Like, that could have easily, that just right there could have been split across like 3 different chips. Easily.
They're like the best chips I ever had. Okay. No?
That is like a fucking trash bag or something on this table. Girl, I don't understand. It doesn't make no sense to me. It certainly doesn't make it appetizing to me at all.
For the fajita. By the way, I don't have napkins or cutlery, so...
And why...
I'm not about to get up and get some, so...
What? Girl, what did you think you were doing here today? What did you think you were doing? This is like your one responsibility is to sit down and film. Why wouldn't you, 1, come to the table with napkins and cutlery, and 2, if you didn't have them because you forgot or something, stand the fuck up and just walk to the other side of the room that you live in, the 4 walls that you live within, and go get it, girl. It's not like you live in a mansion and you have to walk all the way across the compound to go get it. You have to, at most, go to the other side of the room. Get fucking for real.
Warning.
Warning what?
It's about to get messy.
How are you going to eat this rice? Are you eating it with your hands? Is that what we're doing?
But if you make fun of me for eating with my hands, you're poking fun at...
Now, but before you say all of this, okay, were you not the one that was just in a live stream talking about how unfair it is that people can't say things on the internet without getting canceled? And now you want to claim, well, if you're making fun of me, you're making fun of whoever, whatever it is. The reality is that whatever reason you're about to give, you already told us why you didn't have cutlery or napkins, and it's just because you're too lazy to do it. Okay? There are a lot of cultures in the world that do use their hands to eat, and certainly, I mean, even in America, there are finger foods that are made to be eaten with your hands, right? The reality is, this food isn't made to be eaten with your hands like that, or at least not the rice, probably. at the very least, not the rice. And also, it's because you're lazy. It's got nothing to do with, like, your culture or where you're from or whoever, whatever.
Organizations that eat with their hands.
There sure are. But this is just you being lazy, bestie boo.
What is this?
What is the sauce? Is she...
Anyway.
I love how she doesn't have cutlery, and if she really did want to use her hands, which I'm guessing she's going to, she could have made it far less messy by not pouring whatever that sauce was directly onto the chicken and just dipping things into the sauce, right? Like, now her hands are going to touch whatever this wet sauce is.
Okay, we have a little thing of sour cream, as always.
Okay.
I'm going to take my ring off for this. Cheese.
Okay. Lettuce.
Some pico. Some lettuce. Some tortilla chips. I need some tortilla breads. Okay.
Okay.
Let's eat.
Let's go.
So first I'm going to put some, rice. Yeah. Some sour cream.
Ma'am. What? Stop! Stop that! Stop that right now! Get a spoon! Get a spoon! You know, I will even say, like, the fajitas themselves, like, putting stuff into a tortilla, that feels, I get it, I guess. I mean, that's not how I would choose to eat it. I can understand that. But dipping your hand into the sour cream and just onto the tortilla, just... Why are we doing this? What am I watching? Why is this happening?
Oh, the grilled peppers and onions.
Yeah. I hope she washed her damn hands.
Yeah, look at that.
I have very little faith that she did, but I sure hope she did. Oh, and why does this pause screen look like she's about to go down on her finger to get every little tiny bit of sour cream that was left on it? Oh my god.
Let's do this. I haven't had a good fajita in forever.
And it doesn't look like it's necessarily a good fajita. That chicken looks real bland. How does she always manage to get just a little bit right here? Just a little tiny bit caught right there. Is this it? Are we not going to talk more about your smelly pits or whatever? Like you really brought that up for all of 2 seconds? And it's just going to be you sitting here munching away?
It's like... $7 p.m. And I haven't eaten anything today.
I haven't eaten anything today.
I always try to remember to eat with my right hand.
Why? Is there a reason I should know that she tries to eat with her right hand? What is she doing with that left hand? Do I want to know what she's doing with that left hand? This feels like probably something important I missed at some point, but also like sort of glad I don't know, you know?
I'm not perfect. Sometimes I forget things. I mean...
Like cutlery?
You know.
Don't do that!
Why do people think it's like gross to use your fingers? What is this? Sour cream.
Girl, you know it's sour cream. You literally just put that on the other tortilla with that same stinky finger. Get out of here. Get out of here. Stop acting brand new. Also, the only reason it's gross in this context is one, I know you. I know you and I know too much about you. Okay, so I can only imagine where them digits have been, okay, bestie? And second of all, it's annoying because you acknowledge that you do have cutlery you could use, but your ass is too lazy to get up and get it.
I mean, I wash my hands before I eat.
Oh, well, good.
Like...
Thank God. I'm not convinced because, you know, there's whole, like, live streams from back at the luxury villa where you'd go pee and not wash your hands, but who am I to judge? Disgusting.
Do you guys love fajitas?
Not
I always
those.
get chicken. I don't like shrimp in a Mexican food context. I don't know why.
Girl, that it's not going anywhere. It's not. You did not need to deep throat that fajita.
So yeah, I have a lot of things coming up, but I can't tell you about them right now.
Oh,
I should talk about right now.
Sure.
I was just like.
I got so many things coming up, but there's something happening somewhere, and I just can't talk about it. But it's definitely happening, and. Just like eventually I'm gonna talk to you about it. What is with these girls and all of their vague nonsense? Get out of here. Just tell me about it when it happens then. Why the fuck do I care now if you're not gonna say anything about it?
Man, there's this girl on TikTok. I love her.
Okay.
Big girl.
Alright.
And it's not. It is so unapologetic for it.
Okay. The number of times she's like adjusted her hijab while sitting here eating with her hands. And she's like, well, I washed my hands before this. Well, not since you touched your hijab 20 times.
She just takes every criticism about her weight when she's eating. And she makes hilarious replies with it.
Okay. You could never. You could never. Listen, if you actually were funny and could actually clap back at people, then I feel like your channel would be in a very different place, but you are so bad at it, Chantal. You could never. You could never. Oh.
Hi guys, so I'm so sorry,
What was
I
this?
was recording until the end of the video, and I didn't realize that at some point I ran out of memory and it stopped recording. So I had to end the video abruptly, I guess.
Oh.
So I'm just letting you know that.
Girl.
Here, and I just want to thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.
I understand that mistakes happen, but truly, the amount of mistakes that happen when it comes to filming for Chantal and Amberlynn, you know, two girlies who have made this also their life and their income and their career. It's just always fascinating to me. Always so fascinating to me. Anyways, what a weird video. She talked about that gene for all of like 2 seconds, so I'm not really sure what her point for including it was. Am I supposed to like have understanding and empathy for why she might smell? I don't know. And even then, if she does smell, like, people still make things that are like deodorant, right? Like, those things still exist. So, okay. Alright. I don't know. I mean, I also don't care if Chantal smells or not. Like, I don't have to smell her. I don't have to live with her. Everybody that lives in my house smells great. So, I'm good. But I'm just like, what was the point of bringing that up? And why are we fingering the sour cream and smearing it on our tortillas? It is what it is. It is what it is. Anyways, that is all I have time for today, besties. I hope y'all truly enjoyed this video. I know sometimes Chantal isn't everybody's cup of tea. Certainly not always mine. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe down below. Hit the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. Make sure to leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all of my social media. I had so much fun today. I hope you did too, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!